let us look at some design checklist. So whenever you are designing new tools and integrating it into the agentic AI system, you should refer this design checklist and you should answer these questions. So you should make sure that the tools are plug and play. So the meaning of it is you should check whether can you drop a new tool into the system and have the agent use it immediately without changing core source code. So tools plug and play means very easily I can add a new tool to the agentic AI system without even changing the core logic of the agent. So whatever tools we are designing or whatever tools we are integrating in our agentic AI system, it has to be plug and play. Is reasoning separated from execution? So you should look that whether the large language model decide which tool to use. That is what dynamic orchestration is. While a separate function or API runs the code. So the idea is that whatever tool we are integrating, we are building and integrating in our agentic AI system, it should support the separation of reasoning from execution. So reasoning should be taken care by the large language model. Large language model will decide which tool to call. And when that tool gets executed, large language model has nothing to do. Large language model should not interfere in the execution of the tool. Tool execution should be done independently. And if it is happening, then definitely you have separated the reasoning with execution. But if you have a tool wherein execution of the tool needs support of the large language model, then it's a problem. Then it's a design flaw because we should consider those tools, we should integrate those tools wherein we can clearly separate reasoning from execution. That is very important. So large language model should take care of reasoning and large language model will perform dynamic orchestration. It will decide which tool to call. And once the tool is called, it should execute independently. So that is what is separating reasoning from execution is. Now the next important question you should consider is, can tools be swapped easily? The meaning of it is like you have an existing tool, can you replace it with some other tool which will be doing the same kind of an action? For example, can we switch from SendGrid to Twilio? And when we are swapping, do we have to rewrite the agent logic? So tools should be swappable. Tools should be swappable means we should be able to very easily swap the tools without even touching the core logic of the agentic AI system. So that's the idea. So we should integrate the tools, we should build the tools which are swappable. Next very important question, is there a tool registry? So definitely whenever we are integrating tool in our agentic AI system, we should also have a tool registry because tool registry, we know that it acts like a central phone book for tools. And this tool registry is what the large language model looks up at the available tools. So two possibilities are there. Either we can hard code the name of the tools in a prompt and give it to LLM, or we make use of a tool registry. So the design principle, the design practice you should follow is you should make a use of a tool registry and you should not hard code the tool in a system prompt. So making use of a tool registry is a design principle you should follow. Next very important question, are capabilities reusable? So for achieving capabilities, whatever tools you are building, they should be generic in nature. It means those tools we should be able to reuse. So because we know that in agentic AI system, we add capabilities via tools and those capabilities should be reusable. For example, if you are making use of a tool called get customer email from Salesforce version 2. It is highly specific in nature and hence it is very bad. Rather, you should make use of a tool called search contacts. Now, it is very generic in nature and you can reuse it in different scenarios because the first tool, get customer email from Salesforce version 2, this tool is applicable only for Salesforce version 2. It is highly specific. So in order to reuse the capabilities, we should build the tools and use tools which are generic in nature and not specific. And next very important question you should consider is, are workflows dynamic, not hard coded? So it is very important that whatever orchestrations we will be doing, it has to be dynamic. The workflow should be dynamic. It should not be hard coded because a rigid flow, it breaks very easily. Rather, the workflow should be decided by the agent during the runtime, in the real time, based on the intent of the prompt. So workflow should be dynamic. So these are like very important questions you should consider. You can take it like a design checklist. So whenever you are integrating a tool in an agentic AI system, you should make sure that the tools are plug and play. Very easily you can plug it without changing the agent code logic. The tool should be swappable, wherein you can very easily be able to swap the tool without changing the agent logic. There should be a clear-cut separation between the reasoning and the execution. You should make use of a tool registry rather than hard coding the tool information in a system prompt. You should make use of a tool registry, and the capability should be reusable. So the tools we will be using should be generic, wherein we should be able to reuse those tools, and the workflow should be dynamic. It should support dynamic orchestration. So if we talk about the plug and play aspect of the tool, if the tools are not plug and play, then very high maintenance overhead will be there. Because if you are adding a new tool, you have to do changes in the agent code logic. But if the tools are plug and play, then your system will be scalable. Meaning to say that in your agentic AI system, you can add hundreds and thousands of tools without even touching the core logic, without even changing the core logic. And hence your system will be very scalable if the tools are plug and play. Separated reasoning. So if you separate reasoning from execution, like if you don't do that, if execution and reasoning are not separated, then the problem is of the security risk. But if they are separated, then your agentic AI application will be secure and robust. Because the idea is that execution will be taken care by the highly specialized tools, and large language model has nothing to do with that. And if large language model take care of the execution, then it might make mistakes. So security risk will be there. Next very important consideration, are the tools swappable? If tools are not swappable, then there will be a vendor lock-in. Like, because whatever vendor you are using, the tool of a particular vendor, you will stick to it. Because changing the tool will be a very big headache if the tools are not swappable. But if the tools are swappable, very easily you can replace the tools. So your agentic AI system will be future proof. Now, next very important question, tool registry. If you are not making use of tool registry, then you cannot integrate thousands of tools in your agentic AI system. Then your agentic AI system will be small scale only. It will support only some n number of tools. But if you are maintaining a tool registry, it will be very easy for you to manage even thousands of tools via the tool registry. So your agentic AI system will be enterprise ready. Your agentic AI system will be enterprise ready. Now, next very important question is reusability. Like, the tools, are they reusable? If the tools are not reusable, then you have to write unnecessarily many different tools. So we call it redundant code. because tools are not reusable. So for every capability, you will be end up writing a tool, so redundant code. And if tools are reusable, then your agentic AI system will be lean and efficient, wherein you will make use of the tools wherever you want. So lean and efficient. And next very important aspect is the workflow dynamic. Like if your agentic AI system does not support dynamic orchestration, and if it is following a fixed workflow, then your agentic AI system will be rigid and brittle. It will very easily break. But if it is supporting dynamic workflow, dynamic orchestration, then your agentic AI system will be adaptive and intelligent. Then your agentic AI system will be adaptive and intelligent because of dynamic orchestration. In the real time, it will make a plan, it will decide the workflow, and hence the agentic AI system will be very flexible, adaptive, intelligent. It will be able to handle uncertainty as well. So these are like very important design checklists we discussed, and this will help you. Like if you follow all these design principles, then you can make an agentic AI system which is highly scalable, secure and robust, future proof, enterprise ready, lean and efficient, adaptive and intelligent.